President Mahama has meanwhile assured Ghanaians of addressing challenges facing the country. In a reaction to demonstrators, he said he is committed to listening to Ghanaians, urging all to support government in its development agenda.
I want to assure you that we'll work together to create change. Together, we will build the sort of country that we all can be proud of to hand down to our children and their children, just as those before us, some of whom are senior citizens here today, built a Ghana that they proudly handed down to us. Together we can do this, and together we will. The time for us to act together is now. That one of the greatest virtues of leadership is the ability to listen. My comments today will be brief. The time for talking is past. Our people are confident and have never been afraid to make their concerns known. And I want to assure the good citizens of our great nation, the farmers, the fishermen, the traders, the workers, the students, security personnel, and all concerned citizens that I'm listening and will continue to listen. We all have a stake in the destiny of our nation, and irrespective of our ethnic origin, our gender, or political affiliation, we can work together to make our nation great and strong.
The streets yesterday to make their voices heard. The president has heard. He will continue to hear. This is a president who cares and listens and wants the best for all of us. In fact, as he stated yesterday, I was in the banquet hall of State House with him when he was addressing these senior citizens who have given their all, paid the price and sacrifice for you and I to be where we are and to try and build on what we are doing. One thing he's saying is, like an ordinary citizen, like all of us, President Mahama wants the best for his own children and for all the children of this land. So the commitment of the president is there. He cares very deeply. Some people would say too deeply, late into the night, paying attention, accessible as he is, receiving messages that he wants to address, but he wants the best for this nation and the opportunities that can be created. Steps are being taken. He's doing the best to make sure that we resolve the challenges we are faced with.
Right. The president doing the best to ensure that challenges within the country, the economy are resolved. A number of people are also coming up, just like what we had yesterday, presentation of petition to bring out the concerns of Ghanaians. The president might listen, but the action being taken, does it go to let the people feel and see that he really cares?
Let's, in terms of actions,
exactly,
let's all look at the recent regrettable petrol crisis. I'm careful not to say fuel crisis because we did have diesel in the stations and in the pumps.
Exactly.
The crisis was all over petrol. When the scale of the problem was emerging, the president acted quickly, released, I think, $450 million US dollars to address the issue, and then several million gallons of fuel were released. As I talk to you now, with that swift reaction and response, I believe that the lines of petrol seekers and people we've been seeing, that has gone down. That's totally regrettable. In terms of actions as well, let me describe it this way. From 2011, 2012, we had issues with our economy. Issues that got complicated by the fact that the two items that bring the most money into this country, gold and cocoa, some of us got Cocoa Marketing Board scholarships. The prices of these items, these two items, over the last year have gone down so much that about $1 billion worth of foreign currency that normally would have been available is not available for us to build the schools, build the roads, build the clinics. And you have to find creative ways to try and deal with these things. And the image I will give you, Ken, and all of us who are involved in this, if you've been sick for a while and you begin to take medication, the medication doesn't kick in immediately. So a lot is happening. You've taken the bitter pills, and the president will be the first to admit from the State of the Nation address that we are having to take bitter medicine now in order to make our health stronger tomorrow. Yes, some of these effects are not coming in as we expect or as quickly as we want. But I can guarantee you, if you go to the Bank of Ghana or the Finance Ministry, even the level of the deficit, which is a key factor in why we are struggling with the economy the way we is, is coming down. So some of these remedies are beginning to take effect. And we should give it some time to see that the medication we've taken against our sickness, that we are beginning to see the remedies.
Right. Based on what you're saying, the president taking swift action, giving the example of medication and health, do you think that the demonstrators have a case?
They have a case which many of us working for the president will admit. Sometimes we need to let people know, remind people of the medication that we have injected into our system.
Right.
We need to say that, oh, yesterday your foot was swollen by this size, but it's come down by this. Some of these things are incremental and we need to reflect them. So the legitimate concerns expressed by those brothers, those sisters who feel strong enough to get out in the rain, those are acknowledged. The president is actually seriously engaged in taking on board these issues so that they don't develop into bigger issues. If there could be swifter medication we could take that would make things easier and quicker for all of us, that would have been done by the president. But when we go for short-term measures, then we deepen the problem. The president is having to take tough decisions that are not pleasant right now, with the guarantee and the hope that what we are doing now, sacrificing now, will yield the necessary results down the line a few weeks, a few months from now. That is what it is right now. President Mahama is deeply aware of the issues. He takes the concerns of all Ghanaians seriously. He's not just listening, he's doing everything day and night. Those of us he has appointed, we must also pull our weight and deliver the results, the outcomes, or find the solutions that are necessary to move our nation forward for the good of all of us.
So are you saying that the president is now resorting to long-term measures, hence what we find now?
The president is involved in all levels of measures, short-term, medium-term, and long-term. As I speak to you, the Millennium Challenge Compact, which produced the N1 highway, the second phase of it is ready to deliver $500 million to no other sector in Ghana but the energy sector. So the issues of doomsday that we are seeing, we can see solutions in those areas. The N1 is a reality. So if you know how we got the N1, and we are seeing that the same similar thing will be done with energy, electricity and power, then we have hope on the horizon. And a lot is being done short-term, medium-term, and long-term to help all of us get out of this turbulence together and succeed on the other side.
We'll leave it here. Thank you very much for speaking to me.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Right. Ben Duche Malo is head of communications at the presidency, telling us more about what the president is doing to ensure that the circumstances of Ghanaians are better by the day.